Our next book that we are going to be reading is Jason, the Argonauts, and the Golden Fleece. It is a mythological adventure, and it is also a choose your own adventure. So as we go along, we get to make choices about how we want our story to unfold. This fits the genre that we are working on with mythology, so we might see some gods or goddesses, we might see some lessons, we might see some mythical creatures. So I hope you like it. We are starting out with chapter 1. The Man with One Sandal. You stand atop Mount Pelion. Off in the distance you see the city of Iolcus. It was once your home. Jason, a voice calls from behind you. You turn to see a half-man, half-horse creature waving to you. It's your mentor, Chiron. You were placed in the old centaur's care as an infant after the death of your father, King Azan. He showed you how to fight and taught you how to heal yourself and others. He even told you how your father had been killed. Your uncle Peleus had overthrown him as a ruler of Iolcus. Now that you've reached adulthood, you've decided it's time for your return to Iolcus. You plan to reclaim the throne that had once belonged to your father. Always be kind to those you meet, Chiron says. You nod and then turn to your destination. You begin the long hike down Mount Pelion. Upon reaching the foothills of the base of the mountain, you hear the rush of water. A river blocks your path. As you walk towards its bank, you see a woman dressed in rags. She is sitting on a fallen log near the water. Could you help me, young man? She asks. I need to get across. Her hand shakes as she reaches for you. You help her stand. She is old and frail. She grabs your arm to steady herself. You turn from her to the river. Its current is swift. You doubt she could cross it on her own. You think about Chiron's words, always be kind to those you meet. You pick up the old woman and lift her onto your back. She's as light as a feather. You fear a strong gust of wind could carry her away. She'll be easy to carry. The water splashes as you take your first steps into the river. After a few more steps, you notice something odd. The old woman isn't so light anymore. Her weight starts to press down on you. With each step, she grows heavier. Your back begins to ache, your knees wobble, your feet sink into the muddy river bottom. You start to worry that you might not make it to the other side. As you walk, one of your sandals slips off your foot, but you can't pick it up. You can barely place one foot in front of the other. Upon reaching the opposite shore, you set the woman down. Then you collapse, exhausted. You look up, but she's gone, nowhere to be seen. Where did she go, you wonder? Even though you wear only one sandal, you begin the long walk to Iolcus. When you reach the city's main gate, you are disappointed. The stories Chiron told you about Iolcus described it as a wealthy city. But now it is run down. Garbage litters the streets. Iolcus citizens walk with their heads hung low until they see you. People stop and stare as you walk by. They talk excitedly and they point at your feet. He has just one sandal, one man says. It's the prophecy, a woman gasps. You walk up to a nearby group of people. What prophecy, you ask? An elderly woman explains. An oracle said that a man wearing one sandal would come and take the throne from King Peleus. You are about to ask another question when 3 city guards surround you. They take you to a palace in the center of the city. You are brought to the throne room where King Peleus greets you. It's good to see you, nephew, King Peleus says, smiling. I've been waiting for your return. Do you wish to sit on your father's throne? You nod, but Peleus quickly leads you to a window overlooking the city. Iolcus was once a wealthy city, Peleus says. Its people will want a ruler able to bring the city to its former glory. How can I do that, you ask? The Golden Fleece, he says. It's a priceless treasure found in Colchis. Seek it out and bring it back to Iolcus. With the Golden Fleece, you'll be able to return Iolcus to what it once was and prove that you are worthy of being the king. With the golden fleece, Peleus could not deny you as the ruler of Iolcus, but it will be a quest with many dangers. Which one will you face first? The first one we will face will be chapter 2.